Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Mahavir Singh from Physics Department, Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Today we are going to talk on module Superconductivity 1 under the paper Solid State Physics. So student, let us see what we are going to learn in this module. We will learn about the combined effect of electrical and magnetic properties of superconductor and their importance in the application of superconductors. We will also learn about the thermodynamical variables like specific heat, thermal conductivity at very low temperature of the prime importance, at very low temperature, like entropy, most of the metal conductivity, which are responsible and for certain chemical compounds of superconductivity lose their resistance completely. We will also know how the thermal property is regarded as superconductivity, superconductor, and such in type of material is known as superconductor. We will also learn about the fact that further later energy gap is totally different from that of insulator, because that in the superconductor energy gap is tightly to diamagnetic also, whereas in case of superconductor perfect diamagnetism to the potential candidate for perfect diamagnetism is the superconductor. We can clearly differentiate between normal conductor and superconductor by viewing this graph 1, where with the liquefaction of helium in 1908 by Kamerlingh lead to the starting step in the discovery of superconductivity, and in 1911 when he was studying the variation of resistance with the temperature for mercury, he was shocked that at 4.15 Kelvin the DC resistance decreases sharply. With this experiment, that is superconductivity was discovered,
changes, which is linked with the magnetic effects, which we called Meissner effect. So basically, electric effect is linked with zero resistance state. The resistance of material falls to very small value or even equal to zero as we decrease the temperature. It is shown in figure that for normal conductor, as we decrease the temperature, then there is a decrease in resistivity or resistance, but there is a definite amount of resistivity even at 4 degree Kelvin in the case of normal conductor. Whereas in the case of special kind of material which we call superconductor, if we decrease the temperature, then at a particular temperature, as in figure at around 4 degree Kelvin, there is immediate fall of resistivity or resistance which is even equal to 0. So if we see the equation, the variation of current according to this variation, that is IT equal to I naught exponential minus capital R by LT, where capital R is the resistance and L is the inductance. So where IT is the value of current at any time, and from this equation it clearly explains how variation of current changes with change in the if we change the resistance or resistivity of the material with effect of temperature. First effect was this electric, then second is the magnetic field effect, which we call destruction of superconductivity. That is, under the application of weak magnetic field, the quenching of superconductivity takes place, which results in failure of generating the high magnetic field value through Joule dissipation. So critical value of this current produces critical magnetic field Hc on the surface of superconductor. The temperature dependence of this critical field is given by the following equation, that is Hct equal to Hc0 into 1 minus capital T by Tc whole square. At 0 degree Kelvin, Sct equal to Sc0t Hc0, and at T equal to Tc, Sctc equal to 0, and this is very well shown in the figure, the variation of magnetic field with temperature. That is, for superconducting state, it is clearly there is difference the behavior of magnetic field as we change with temperature. In normal state it is different, and in superconducting state it is different. So there is clear cut boundary between normal state and superconducting state. So in the presence of applied magnetic field, the value of critical temperature decreases with increasing the magnetic field. At 0 degree Kelvin, HCT is equal to HCG shown in figure, and superconductivity get destroyed with the application of magnetic field greater than the critical field, that is at T equal to Tc, SCTC is 0, it is shown in figure. So critical temperature and critical magnetic field for reported superconductors are given in this table. Both these value, that is critical temperature and critical magnetic field. Especially go through the all kind of superconductor, whether it is aluminum, gadolinium, mercury, indium, niobium, lead, tin, thallium, vanadium, zinc, etc. Then there is change in the, if we go through this, the transition temperature for NB is 9.2 Kelvin. So it is maximum in this category, and this critical magnetic field almost in the range of 0, and in the case of W and in the case of zinc this is close to 0. If we go through the magnetization behavior of superconductor, then it is interesting in the terms. On the basis of magnetization behavior, superconductor are classified into two types. One is type 1 superconductor, which we call soft, and other is type 2 superconductor, which is called hard. So here we can correlate it with the magnetic material also. In magnetic material, soft we call soft, whose corrosivity is small, and magnetically hard materials are those whose corrosivity is large. Type 1, type 2 superconductor, there is clearly demarcation on the basis of their magnetization behavior. So if we go through the figure, the variation of 4 pi ms with applied magnetic field, then if we take the type 1 superconductor, then there is clearly critical field where in normal state or in superconducting state it is linearly increasing. If we increase the magnetic field with 4 pi ms, so in type 1 superconductor there is linear relation. Abrupt fall in the magnetization with increase in the magnetic field is clearly visible at we move from normal state to superconducting state. So there is critical abrupt fall in the magnetization with increase in the magnetic field. If we see the type 2 superconductor, then there is a difference in behavior, whether it is alloy or whether it is transition metal with high resistivity. If we go through this figure, then there is normal state, superconducting state, and in between normal and superconducting state there is another interesting state which is mixed state. So for the variation of 4 pi ms with applied magnetic field, there is clearly different in behavior if we compare the type 1 and type 2. So in type 2 there is intermediate state which is mixed state. So there is no direct transition from normal state to superconducting state as we observed in type 1, whereas in type 2 from normal to superconducting state there is intermediate state, mixed state. So where in this vertex state, which we call vertex state, this rho is 0 but B is not 0. That is the interesting. Here B is not 0, rho is 0. So superconducting properties up to a field strength Hc2 and exhibit perfect diamagnetism for magnetic field less than Hc1. When a superconductor is cooled down below the critical temperature in a presence of even weak magnetic field, the field get completely expelled from the bulk of the superconducting material. So this is interesting. If we take the superconductor and we cool down it room temperature to lower temperature, so then at critical temperature or transition temperature, certainly there is complete expulsion of magnetic field inside and materials start floating. And this behavior is, visualization of this behavior is very interesting, and we achieve the perfect diamagnetism. And I want to mention here, all superconductor are perfect diamagnetic. We call the every material is diamagnetic is a universal phenomena, but perfect diamagnetic, the only best candidate for perfect diamagnetic material is the superconductor. So there is complete expulsion magnetic field inside the material at critical temperature. So B is 0, mu H is 0, because we know B is equal to mu H, and M is equal to susceptibility into H, which is mu minus 1 into H by 4 pi. Automatically susceptibility of superconductor are negative. So there is close connection between superconductor and perfect diamagnetic material. That is, its susceptibility is negative, its resistivity is 0, its conductivity is infinite, and we can call it is a magnetostatic shielding effect. So if we want to ourselves from magnetic field, so then superconductor is the ideal material. So this beautiful experimentation was done by Meissner. So we call it this as a Meissner effect. We are discussing with Meissner effect. As we see the figure, the change of magnetic flux with time is 0 for any closed path. Clearly mentioned here for ideal conductor and superconductor how the magnetic field is completely expelled from the interior of the material. When T is greater than Tc, that is 0 field cooled, where B is 0, but at T greater than Tc, when B is not equal to 0, just see the difference, top figure. And in between figure, when T is less than Tc, B is equal to 0, and T less than Tc, B is not equal to 0. So there is clearly difference in behavior of 0 field cooled and field cooled system. Depends upon the condition, whether field cooled or 0 field cooled, there is change in the variation of magnetic field. But for the temperature less than critical temperature, the magnetic flux in the bulk of the superconductor is 0. B equal to 0 and T greater than Tc, this magnetic field drastically changes, and there is also clear cut interesting behavior that in the case of superconductor, how magnetic field are completely expelled from the interior of the material. Application of this Meissner effect. There are various kinds of application where we can apply this beautiful phenomena, that is superconducting stage. There is complete expulsion of magnetic field inside and material start floating. So as a standard test for proof of a superconductor, repulsion of external magnet, that is levitation, critical, the best example of we can look the airport, Maglev airport, where this train which is based upon this Meissner effect, where superconductor, there is clear cut technological use that to reduce the friction there is basically minimum loss, so it increase the speed of the train if we achieve this superconducting state. This is the best application for this, to use this Meissner effect. We discuss this thermal property of the superconductor. So when we talk about thermal property, so thermally the first thermal property is linked with the entropy. As we know that entropy is linked with the disorder. Entropy, if we discuss about the superconductor, entropy for all superconductors decreases if we go below critical temperature. So basically on the basis of entropy we can distinguish normal state with superconducting state. In superconducting state there is less entropy and more ordering. So basically entropy of superconducting state is less as compared to normal state. So less entropy means more ordering and more entropy means more disordering. Entropy is minimum in the case of superconductor. So if we see the graphical variation of entropy with temperature, so then in the case of normal state there is linear relationship. If we increase the temperature, so entropy linearly increases. Whereas in the case of superconducting state there is clearly different behavior. That is, if we decrease the temperature, if we decrease the temperature, entropy also decreases sharply and approaches to minimum at low temperature. So basically, on the basis of, there is clear cut distinction between normal conductor and superconductor on the basis of entropy.
Now, let us talk about specific heat. Specific heat in normal conductor consists of two contributions. One came from electronic and other from lattice. That is, C is equal to Ce plus Cl, where Ce is the electronic configuration, which is At, directly proportional to temperature, and second contribution is lattice contribution, which is Bt cube. So it is cube of temperature. Here A and B are constant. So basically, temperature variation of heat capacity in normal and superconductor state are basically linked with this graph. So if we see the in superconducting state, lattice contribution remains the same and only change occur for electronic configuration of specific heat. So the electronic configuration of specific heat is non-linear in case of superconducting state. This is we can visualize from the figure that how it is non-linear. Electronic specific heat is non-linear in superconducting state. So basically, if we want to understand the specific heat of superconductor, then I think we have to think beyond the electron lattice interaction as we discuss in the case of earlier stage in the case of metals.
After electromagnetic or thermal, we come across isotope effect. So isotope effect, experimental study of superconductor material shows that the transition temperature varies with average isotope mass m of their constituent. In particular, Tc is proportional to capital M raised to power minus half, or m alpha Tc equal to constant, where m alpha is minus half. For example, in mercury, Tc vary from 4.1 Kelvin to 4.146 Kelvin with variation of its average isotope mass from 199.5 to 203.4 atomic mass unit. So basically, more recent experiments suggest the Tc is proportional to m raised to power minus alpha, and m alpha Tc is constant, and this alpha is called isotope effect coefficient. Alpha is defined as variation in log of Tc and variation in log of mass, average mass. So deviation from alpha equal to half can be caused by Coulomb interaction between the electrons, and this alpha, it deviate, then it is due to Coulomb interaction between the electrons. There is also if we use the concept of Debye temperature theta d and the velocity of sound, then this transition temperature of superconducting material is closely related to corresponding Debye temperature. This Debye temperature Tc is proportional to theta d. Tc by theta d is almost constant, equal to constant. Debye temperature we have discussed in earlier module also. So this ratio is constant. This clearly imply, if we take the ratio of this transition temperature Tc and Debye temperature, which is constant, then this imply that lattice vibration play an important role in superconductivity, and hence electron lattice interaction must be taken into account for theoretical development. So if we take into account Debye temperature, then as we know that Debye is linked with lattice vibration. So lattice vibration, we have to take into consideration the role of lattice vibration, superconductivity. So basically, this isotope effect, there is clear cut that this transition temperature vary with the mass of the isotopic or average mass of the superconducting material. If we see the graphical variation of this log Tc versus log m, there is clear cut negative slope, so alpha is negative. This graphical variation clearly justify that alpha is negative. As we mentioned, if alpha deviation of alpha is there, then it is linked with somewhere interaction between the electrons, and if we take this debye into consideration, then we have to take lattice vibration into consideration.
Now, manifestation of energy gap, but before discussing this energy gap, this is also important that when we compare the normal conductor with superconductor, then in terms of entropy, we can also distinguish this, because entropy of superconductor is less as compared to entropy of normal conductors. So, meaning thereby superconductor are more ordered than compared to simple conductor. So, in order to discuss this energy gap, so if energy gap, we can this concept of energy gap come from the specific heat abruptly changes at critical temperature, suggesting this existence of this energy gap. So this energy gap is quite different from that of insulator, because in insulator energy gap is tied to the lattice. So whereas in superconductor energy gap is tied to Fermi gas. So basically in the case of energy gap exists in the superconducting electron level between lowest excited state and the ground excited state. So ground state, in ground state all electrons are superconducting, and in the excited state all electrons are normal electrons. So energy gap is given by this Eg is equal to 2 delta, where delta is known as energy gap parameter having value equal to 1.4 kBTC for gadolinium, and this delta is of the order of this energy gap is of the order of 10 raised to power minus 4 electron volt for gadolinium. So basically if we compare this energy gap fall in the microwave region. So basically this if we want to understand the microwave study of the superconductor, then we can understand this energy gap in terms of absorption or emission. So if we want to absorb some suitable kind of photon, then it has to cross this energy gap. So or if we want to emit a photon, then it should have this amount of energy, the energy gap of which exists at the superconducting state. So student, let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. Superconductors materials are those which have zero DC resistance below certain temperature, which we call critical temperature or transition temperature. Second property of type 1 superconductor is that it behaves as perfect diamagnet. Applied magnetic flux is expelled from the interior of the type 1 superconductor, that is it is linked with the Meissner effect. So in type 1 Meissner effect is well suited. The superconductivity of type 1 superconductor gets destroyed when an applied magnetic field exceed certain critical field certain value. In type 2 superconductor consists of two critical fields. When applied field is quite less than the critical field, that is BC1, the material behave as superconductor and no flux penetration is possible. When applied field becomes greater than the critical field BC2, the superconducting state get completely destroyed and flux penetration takes place. So this is very important here. In one case, flux penetration is not possible, and in the other case, flux penetration possible. That depends upon the value of applied magnetic field in terms of critical magnetic field. So critical temperature of superconductor vary with the isotopic mass by relation m alpha Tc is equal to constant. So the abrupt variation of specific heat with the critical temperature suggests the presence of energy gap inside superconductor. Under the application of zero applied field, persistent current which set up in a superconducting ring, which we call as a supercurrent, it circulate for several years with no measurable loss. So this is important that this current can be this can be maintained up to thousands of so many years without any loss, so as to realize its practical application from this concept.